In 2003, during the Northeast blackout, more people died from the mistakes they made after the power went out than from the blackout itself. And chances are, you'd make the same deadly errors. Today, I'm going to reveal the 8 most dangerous mistakes people make during power outages. Mistakes that turn a simple blackout into a life-threatening situation. These aren't obvious dangers like using generators indoors. These are the seemingly harmless decisions that emergency responders say kill more people than the actual power failure. Welcome to Pantry, where we turn everyday people into prepared survivors. If this kind of life-saving information is valuable to you, smash that like button and subscribe, because when disaster strikes, knowledge is the difference between being a survivor and becoming a statistic. When the lights go out, something strange happens to the human brain. Panic and confusion replace rational thinking. People who are normally level-headed suddenly make choices that seem logical but are actually hazardous. The sudden loss of power disrupts our routines, erases familiar cues, and can turn even the smartest person into an amateur in crisis management. This isn't just about having supplies in your basement. The key to survival is knowing how to respond wisely and decisively when everything familiar disappears in an instant. Let's start with the most deadly mistake, the one that kills more people than all the others combined. Mistake number 1 is waiting to see how bad it gets before taking action. This is the fatal delay that turns manageable situations into disasters. Most people assume the power will return soon and delay taking any real action. They don't fill water containers, charge devices, check supplies, or connect with neighbors. They just wait. Here's the brutal reality. By the time it's clear the outage is serious, your window to prepare has slammed shut. Stores are either mobbed or completely shut down. Gas stations are out of fuel because their pumps don't work without electricity. Cell towers are starting to fail as their backup batteries die. Emergency services are completely overwhelmed. During the 2003 blackout, emergency responders found that people who acted immediately in the first hour fared the best, regardless of how many supplies they had stockpiled. Those who waited, they became statistics. You need to treat every blackout as if it will last at least 72 hours. In that critical first hour, you need to fill every water container you own, because water treatment plants may fail. Charge every device you can while any power is still available. Secure your home by locking doors and windows. Take inventory of your food, batteries, and medical supplies. Connect with your neighbors to share information and resources. And gather emergency information to stay informed about what's actually happening. It's better to overreact to a short outage than underreact to a long crisis. Every minute you spend waiting is a minute lost forever. But even people who do spring into action often make their next deadly mistake. The moment the power fails, most people instinctively reach for their phones, not to call for help or check emergency alerts, but to post updates on social media. The urge to share the experience, seek information, or simply distract yourself leads to endless scrolling, video recording, and constant app refreshing. Here's what most people don't realize. Your phone just became a lifeline, not entertainment. In extended outages, cell towers lose their backup power within 4 to 8 hours, making communication increasingly difficult. Rescue teams have reported countless cases where people couldn't call for help because their phones were completely dead, drained by non-essential social media use. You need to immediately switch your phone to airplane mode to conserve battery. Only use it for emergency communication and critical updates. While you still have a signal, download offline maps for navigation without internet. Turn off Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and location services. Every bit of power counts now. Your phone is no longer a source of entertainment. It's survival equipment. Treat it accordingly. As phone batteries start dying, panic sets in. Many people rush to their cars, start the engine, and begin charging every device they own. Phones, tablets, laptops, even gaming consoles. Hours pass and precious fuel gets burned just to keep electronics alive. This is mistake number 7, and it's incredibly dangerous. In widespread blackouts, gas stations can't pump fuel without electricity. Most have limited backup power, if any. During the Texas freeze, thousands of people depleted their fuel tanks trying to stay warm and keep devices charged, only to find themselves completely stranded when evacuation became necessary. Your car isn't an entertainment center, it's your escape pod. You need to prioritize mobility over convenience. Use car charging ports sparingly and only for critical devices. Instead, invest in portable battery banks that can keep essential devices running without sacrificing your ability to evacuate. Preparedness means thinking ahead. Don't trade your ability to escape for temporary convenience. When the air conditioning stops working, it's natural to want airflow. People open windows, doors, and curtains, hoping to make the situation more comfortable. This is mistake number 6, and it destroys your home's ability to maintain a stable temperature. In summer, hot air floods in, making it impossible to cool down without power. In winter, precious heat escapes, and your home quickly matches the freezing outdoor temperatures. During the Texas freeze, many casualties occurred because people lost control of their indoor climate by opening windows too soon. In winter, keep everything sealed and insulate a small area to conserve heat. In summer, only open windows at night when it's cooler outside, then seal them again before dawn. Maintaining your home's temperature is crucial for survival. Don't let panic override smart energy management. With a refrigerator out of commission, many people decide to eat all the expensive perishables: steak, ice cream, cheese, assuming they'll spoil soon anyway. It becomes a blackout party, but it's based on a dangerous assumption that the outage will be brief. This is mistake number 5. If the blackout lasts for days, those who had their feast early are left with only low-nutrition foods, while those who manage their supply strategically still have high-calorie, nutrient-dense options available. According to USDA guidelines, a full freezer keeps food safe for 48 hours if left unopened. A refrigerator maintains safe temperatures for about 4 hours. You need to eat perishables strategically. Start with dairy products, then fresh vegetables, then fresh meat. Save frozen items for last. Cook only what you actually need to avoid waste and preserve resources. Most importantly, minimize how often you open the fridge. Every time you check, you accelerate spoilage. Food preservation is a survival skill. Don't let panic eating undermine your long-term safety. Candles seem like the most natural solution to darkness, but they're actually a leading cause of house fires during blackouts. People place them on unstable surfaces, near flammable materials, and in rooms with children or pets. This is mistake number 4. The risks are enormous. Fire departments have slower response times during blackouts. Many smoke alarms don't work without electricity. Annual statistics show that over 7,600 house fires are caused by candles in the U.S., with major spikes during power outages. The safer solution is using LED flashlights and battery-powered lanterns. These provide better light and last much longer. If you absolutely must use candles, limit it to 1 per room in sturdy holders on non-flammable surfaces away from anything that can catch fire. Emergency lighting should never put your home at additional risk. Choose safe, reliable options. Many people adopt a lone wolf mentality during blackouts, hunkering down alone and assuming their neighbors are handling the situation fine. This isolation can be deadly, especially for vulnerable individuals. This is mistake number 3. Research shows that neighborhoods with strong community networks fare much better during blackouts. Checking on neighbors, sharing resources, and coordinating responses can prevent accidents and serious health emergencies. Think about your neighborhood. Elderly residents and people who are medically dependent may need help with equipment or supplies. Single parents may lack batteries or emergency lighting. People with chronic illnesses might need refrigerated medication that's now at risk. You need to check on your neighbors, especially those with medical needs. Share resources like battery-powered radios, ice, and supplies. Create a check-in system by exchanging phone numbers and identifying who has generators or extra supplies. Survival is a team effort. Don't let isolation turn your neighborhood into a disaster zone. Some people see blackouts as an opportunity to relax, light some candles, and open a bottle of wine. While this might seem harmless, drinking alcohol during a blackout is mistake number 2. Alcohol impairs your judgment and slows your reflexes, both dangerous during an emergency. The hidden dangers are serious. Alcohol leads to impaired decision-making when you need to be sharp. It reduces your body's ability to regulate temperature, making you more vulnerable to heat or cold stress. It also causes dehydration, increasing your water needs when clean water might be scarce. Emergency rooms consistently report increased incidents during blackouts when alcohol is involved. The first 24 hours of any blackout are absolutely critical for your survival. You need to stay sharp and alert. Save the celebration for after the crisis is over and everyone is confirmed safe. Your focus should be on survival, not recreation. Now let's talk about building your survival action plan. The moment those lights go out, you're in a race against time. You need to shift your mindset from convenience to survival immediately. In that critical first hour, you need to fill water containers because water treatment plants may fail. Charge every device while any power might still be available somewhere. Secure your home completely. Take full inventory of food, batteries, and medical items. Connect with neighbors for information and resource sharing.
and gather all available emergency information to understand what you're actually dealing with. The difference between survivors and statistics isn't luck, it's knowledge and immediate action. People who treat every blackout as a serious event from minute one, who act quickly and avoid these common pitfalls, are the ones who turn potential disasters into manageable situations. You need to understand that preparedness is a mindset, not just a collection of supplies in your basement. It's about knowing how to respond when your normal world disappears without warning. Remember, the clock starts ticking the moment those lights go out. What you do in that first hour determines whether you're prepared or you become just another statistic. Don't wait until it's too late to get serious about this. If this video opened your eyes to how quickly things can go wrong, hit that like button and subscribe to Prep Pantry. We're here to make sure you're ready for whatever comes next, because in a real emergency, there are no second chances to get it right.